Hello everyone, my name is Vikas Shukla and I have been covering NIO stock for a while with all its details. So in today's video we have a news and I wanted to have a quick coverage about it. In the platform it's a stock and other equity ETF cryptocurrency platform called eToro. It's very popular in Australia and according to the news there the NIO has become a number one stock trading stock as it's reported by the trading activity, and it has surpassed Tesla as the most popular stock being traded here. And that is not without a reason. NIO is being seen, it has more room to grow compared to Tesla, which has already jumped up to like $1,500. And even though NIO is also risen quite sharply from something like $4 or $5 within 3 months to almost $13 now. So that shows that NIO starts getting popular. It's getting valued more to more what it deserves, and every stock it does happen that once it gets a popularity, it's actually overshot shoots its valuation, and that we have seen in many stocks. For example, AMD. We know that it keeps going on. Then we had one news after the other, and then the popularity of that stock keeps going on. The way the things work in the stock market has to, and one single news. So I wanted to show you something here, like if there is a one, what's the effect of one single news and two single news in a stock. So if the stock is like somewhere like moving like this, and then one quick news comes up one, then the stock shoots up. But if there is no sustaining follow-up news, then the stock falls back eventually, something like that, and keeps moving like that. And then maybe after some time, another thing. What happens is, if and that is news number one. But what happens is, if you have two successive news coming in, or then this what happens when the stocks reaches here at its peak, they are short sellers, they start shorting it. And then at some point of time, if there is a, let's say, a second news, good news keep coming in, then the short, that they know that depression, something like when the short seller comes in and tries to move down, and then suddenly all of a sudden there's a second good news comes, and then the short sellers start covering up, and then that makes the short stock rise further. And then what it should have gone like this actually shoots up like this. And if for some reason, if there's a third news keeps coming up, the short stock again keeps rising. So that's how the effect of a sequence of the news, because the stock price is nothing but what we see it, what the not only the what its fundamental performance in short term, not in the long term, but also what those news keeps coming up. That what happens. In the same thing, similar types of chart, we can also see a negative news, and that's what we already saw in case of NIO in the last 1 year. If you have been following up, a series of negative news. So one news comes and the stock prices are going like this, then a negative news comes in, the stock drops here, and that's where some longs come in trying to bring it up. Then the second negative news comes in, and then it keeps going down. So those list of news, a sequence of those news, they affect these stocks very positively or very negatively. So right now, NIO is going through a series of positive news. For example, August 11. We are expecting a result, and we know that it's going to be positive, not only because we have a good results expected in the past a quarter, but also because the launch of the new vehicle EC6 model, and that will be in production in September, and we expect that the results of this September EC6 shipment will be reflected in the quarter, in the result of the quarter that will end in August, July, August, September, and quarter. So because of this sequential effect, we expect that it will keep going long. And we have August 11 as the news, and then on the September first week we will have the news of the August sale data, and then the September will see EC6 shipment news. So these sequence of the events will keep the stocks bumped up. So you have to be careful if you are planning to short sell this sale against these positive news. But at the same time, it's very hard to. And then these are the kind of the events the stock is getting popular among the retail sellers, and that actually overshoots this from this expected price, which I believe is around, from based upon the past sales, should be around $8 or $9, and it's not very unreasonable to see it's overshot to like $13, a little bit of overshot to $13, and still keep going up. Thanks for taking a look.